How do you go from being an Olympian, a professional athlete, to shipping cocaine? That's crazy, crazy work. You would think that he probably has some or substantial financial resources. Why are you going from two opposites on the spectrum there? Maybe he just got greedy. Maybe he just saw how much bread he was raking in, and he was just like, hey, I'm doing this as a full-time job now. But to be on the run for a decade, I think that within itself would be stressful. I was going to say scary. Maybe not scary because, I don't know. The part about being in the drug game is scary. That's scarier than having the feds on your tail. Right? Because you're naturally taking a risk anyway. You realize you could be caught. But being in the drug game, there's no guarantees in that, whether it's you know, getting robbed, killed, whatever it may be. You're already playing in a riskier game. But to be on the run for 10 years has got to be stressful in its own. So it's just stress upon stress. Because you're always looking over your shoulder. You're always trying to be one step ahead of the feds. And hey, it looks like his time came.
Privileged to be there on a previously planned trip, and this was a great operation that came together through interagency success because no one behind me and to the side of me cares about credit.
But he's not the only fugitive the FBI brought back to the U.S. from Mexico yesterday. Agents also captured Alejandro Castillo, wanted on murder charges in North Carolina. He's accused of fleeing the country after killing a former co-worker in 2016, a young woman only 23 years old. Patel says these arrests are just drops in the bucket, though, for a great year for his agency.
There you go.
This year has been a historic year for the FBI. We've had 67,000 arrests this year alone. That's a 200% increase. That's because these guys work with those guys, work with everybody across the country to make it happen.
So, guys, it seems like the president's crime crackdown appears to be working. New data shows violent crime dropped significantly in the last year, with homicides down 20% nationwide. Back to you guys.
All right, Rebecca.
That's a dub. That's a win. That's a big win. But a lot of people will brush that under the rug. Oh, God. Man, that's a big W. You got to play the part, do what you can. You know what I mean? So, wow. It's crazy to think that. What they say, 20%? Hey, feds and ICE doing their job.
Thanks, Rebecca. So murders down to the lowest level in 100 years. You tell me why that isn't the biggest news in the country besides the weather.
And the New York Times headline is, people are scratching their heads as to why the murder rate is falling.
Dropping.
They don't know who to give credit for this.
Did they really say that?
Oh, yeah. No, it's incredible. And, of course, you know, the biggest thing, there are a lot of reasons, but the biggest thing is it turns out if you close the border and don't let millions of illegals across the border, many of whom are criminal aliens on top of being illegally crossing the border, your crime rate goes down.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought it?
This guy. God, we get it, bro.
And if you take the illegals who are criminals out of the country,
yes,
despite protesters complaining about it, you also get a lower murder rate. So it's incredible.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilby.
They even let Buddy.
And click here to subscribe.
They even let Buddy at the end get his 2 cents in. They cut him off. Oh yeah, whatever, bro. We don't care about your opinion. That's a big dub, man. That's a big dub. 2 of the top 10 most wanted in a one day.